Today, I'm going straight for the jugular because honestly, I can't stand the hypocrisy I keep seeing online. We all know the types. People who rant about authenticity and real art. But the second my music video or song pops up with cover art they assume is AI, suddenly it's trash. It's ignored. It's not worth their attention. Here's the thing. I'm done with this fake moral high ground. This channel is about real music, real emotion, real creation. And I'm not here to babysit egos or coddle shallow gatekeeping. Let's break it down. These so-called defenders of authenticity, they'll scroll past entire albums, whole compositions, hours of human passion, just because the cover art doesn't fit their purity test. Don't get confused. They're not here to celebrate real art. They're here to draw lines in the sand and feel superior. What's wild? They don't care about the songwriting, the performance, the years I put into my craft. They look at a thumbnail, not even for 10 seconds, then decide, oh, that looks AI, next. Boom! Real artistry gone, because you let an algorithm or your paranoia do the thinking. Let me give you a real-world example. In 2015, I released a digital hip-hop album with 10 tracks I recorded in my basement every night after my kids were asleep. The cover art I drew over the span of 3 days. I got help by a DJ who mastered every track. On 2 songs, I took help by a female singer I scouted out via my then Instagram page. And when the album was published, I shared it to my 10,000 plus followers, and it didn't even reach 50 listeners. Today it hasn't passed 70. Or another recent case, which in hindsight was one part of what made me wanting to make this video. When on the very first video I made on my channel, where every image was an authentic image, or more correctly, a print screen of the actual TV show I reviewed, and why I for the first time just spoke in a video, was also the very first video that within seconds of me publishing it, received a comment that said, AI slop. Like, what in the actual fuck? The only other time AI has ever been mentioned by any of my 50,000 views was when I tried to promote my melodic deathcore album on a YouTube Shorts, where someone said that I would likely receive more viewers if I didn't use AI art. Not only did I give an example of that not being a guarantee, but on another video I recently watched, which was the definitive reason behind making this video, comments flooded under his video where they praised him for making the art for his song himself. Meanwhile, his social media views were near to none for the song he promoted. And I can bet you one of my nuts that the absolute main reason for those low numbers were because most, if not all, who saw his posts immediately thought he had used AI, because guess what? It looked like it was. So those praising him for making even the art himself are most likely the same ones that, if they wouldn't have known that fact, would have accused him for using AI art instead. Do anyone bother to listen? Did you check the lyrics, the vocals, the atmosphere, or just scroll straight to the next song, feeling righteous because you believe you spotted the evil AI? That's not defending authenticity. That's missing authenticity entirely. That's letting your own self-importance blind you to the blood, sweat, and soul in every note and word. Let me get this straight. You say you crave real music? You claim you're sick of synthetic, soulless, mass-produced garbage? But when a human being makes something raw and honest and puts it out there, you ignore it over a single image. Guess what? If that's you, you are the problem. You're what's killing actual authenticity by letting appearance trump substance, letting fear trump curiosity, and letting your pride shut out genuine connection. Before AI, creators like me were already fighting an uphill battle, struggling because thumbnails looked too amateur, not sleek and glossy like the big shots, like Mr. Beast's or something. So what did we do? We poured dollars into software we couldn't really afford or pirated them. We spent countless upon countless of hours buried in tutorials, learning graphic design, Photoshop, editing tricks, just to keep up. Years of grinding, creating, trying to entertain, and claw for recognition and respect. Most never even cracked through. Even more gave up entirely eventually. Then AI tools came along, giving creators a chance to create quality visuals on their own terms with near total control, saving money, time, energy, and our sanity so we could focus on what actually matters, the content. But what happens next? We get slammed, accused of being too good to be true, labeled as AI cheaters, demanded to be paying off some secret artist like everyone's made of money. And those very artists, they endure the same fucking backlash, the same accusations, the same harsh judgment, all while we're just trying to entertain you. And still, you remain impossible to please. In the end, you walk away, leaving nothing but pain behind. If you love music, really love music, you listen with your ears, not your eyeballs. Honestly, what do you even think you're defending? 9 times out of 10, the people screaming about AI art haven't made any art themselves, or if they have, they forgot what it feels like to be overlooked for the wrong reasons. Here's the kicker. You want to cancel talent, shut down creativity, throw out true art, not because it isn't real, but because your ego's too fragile to dig deeper than a thumbnail. That's the kind of idiocy and hypocrisy I can't stand. And if this rant hits a nerve, good. Maybe you're one of the people who needed to hear it most. Let's flip the script. For the people who get it, for those hungry for real connection, listen first, judge later. Be curious, not paranoid. Don't let the gatekeepers stop you from finding new things or stopping you from creating and expressing yourself. If you care about authenticity, prove it by supporting the authentic, not just by talking about it. Let humans be messy. Let art be weird. Let music hit you in the chest. And if you see something you think is AI, who cares? Does it move you? Can you feel it? That is what fucking matters. Next time you see my music or anyone's and your first reaction is outrage over the visuals, pause and ask yourself, am I really defending authenticity or just shouting into the void? Because art is not about passing purity tests. It's about connection. It's about expression. And sometimes it's about refusing to play along with the ever-growing crowd of self-appointed authenticity police. If you're with me, hit like, drop a comment, and actually listen. If you're angry, if you're judgmental, if you desperately need to ignore anything I make, regardless your stupid opinions, then fine. I wouldn't want you to receive my gifts anyways, because clearly it's not made for you to begin with. Meanwhile, I'll keep leaving my soul in my work, no matter what the cover art looks like, what mediums I use, or how I go about expressing myself, because authenticity, or the soul, is something I put within the core of my work, not something I ever could correctly have represented on the cover of my book. So why the hell do you judge me, or anyone for that matter, by it? You're not defending art when you completely ignore someone's work of art by the thumbnail, background image, or video they used to represent it. You're fucking killing it! That's it for now. But trust me, I got hell a lot more to say on this.